Good evening, eLearn readers. We're going to be venturing today in the CES 2016 world into the far-flung areas of augmented reality, virtual reality, the Sphero programming, and drones. The paper-thin, bendable displays that we promised you from yesterday are, unfortunately, probably vaporware. Royal says that they have made a paper-thin display that works just like a computer screen, only it's bendable, rollable, and very, very thin, but they didn't bring them with them to the conference, so we're not really able to say a whole lot about those. Otherwise, we are going to be doing some pretty interesting leaps ahead, thinking about some technologies that currently aren't in every household, but could be in every household in another 10 or 20 years. And if they are, what kinds of things can we use them for in e-learning applications? That's what we're going to try and discover today.
Hi, thank you so much for being willing to speak to eLearn Magazine. This is Moti, the CEO of Infinity Augmented Reality. Augmented reality is big at CES 2016 this year. He's going to talk to us a little bit about applications for education and online learning in particular.
Great, so thank you for the opportunity. Infinity Augmented Reality develops positional tracking for AR and VR headsets. What does that mean?
Yes.
When we are moving to the world of holograms, we would like the holograms to become part of our day-to-day life. We would like holograms to be part of our 3D environment.
Holograms as part of our 3D environment.
Right.
Good.
In order to do that, this device who project to you those holograms need to understand in real time the 3D environment, same as human, and understand the position orientation of the device in real time. So now he can project the 3D object on the real world. Okay? So this is what we are developing using this small sensor on top of the glasses, two cameras and an IMU. It allows us to analyze the 3D environment, analyze the position orientation of the device, and by that project the 3D object as if it's part of the world. The implications are
vast.
Like you can do with it whatever you want. Think about training and learning, just for example. So
yes.
I'm a medical student, right?
Indeed,
looking
yes.
to learn about the heart. So instead of reading through a book or see a movie, I can wear this device and see the heart in 3D in right scale in front of me. I can examine it from
with
different
animation
with
potentially.
yes. Everything.
Yes.
Okay, like with
yes.
everything, you can really see all the slides. You can see how the valves of the work, everything. You can be an engineer student that needs to now learn on an engine or see how everything works, but instead of just viewing it on a movie, experience it on a 3D on your table in front of you. So the way you can now interact with virtual stuff is going to change the way we learn. Not to mention that, think about learning from remote. So you sit at home, you wear these glasses. Now the teacher from remotely can project you with 3D virtual objects and holograms and explain you what you see. Just thinking about kids learning like that, the solar system. Things about kids learning just in the classroom, all wear glasses, and now they can see the battle of, the Civil War.
Perfect.
Because someone already built it in 3D. So it's truly a new way to experience.
So in terms of the content that you have available at this point, it's anything that's already been built. We're talking about the hardware here, and the content is coming in from where? Where are you getting your content currently?
Anyone who knows how to build content for 3D gaming, 3D learning, whatever, what we provide him is just, instead of him building the environment where this 3D content is being presented, think about a game, okay?
Yeah.
With a game, a developer needs to build the entire scene. You need to build the environment, the houses, the windows, the light sources, everything. In augmented reality, you just tell him you don't need to do that, right? We are providing you with this information. All you need to do is just bring in your interaction, your figures, your holograms. So any 3D developers, and you have millions of them around the world, can start build for our technology.
Well, that's exciting. Well, thank you again for your time today. I really appreciate it. It's an exciting new technology. Lots of implications for online learning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Can you say it, Zhang?
Yeah.
Very good. All right, back at CES 2016 with Zhang King.
Yeah.
Yes. We're going to be talking about the ANT VR, which has been funded with Kickstarter funds, by the way, a very interesting innovation. And this is another virtual reality technology. We're going to give somebody a chance to try this, but we're going to let King first talk. Zhang will talk to us first about possible applications in an e-learning or online learning setting.
Right. All right, everybody. Hello. This is our second generation prototype, our Cyclops prototype. This prototype is very different from the existing virtual reality gaming systems because here is the extra camera here. This is the IR camera. This is the first thing that we can do for the whole industry because the camera can track many things. For example, it can track the markers on the ground. You can just shoot the markers on the ground. Can you see that? And it can tell your position in the virtual world. For example, in this game, I'll wait to reset. Now you are in the living room. Okay. Now you can try to step forward by 1 or 2 steps. You can walk in the virtual space. Yeah. You can just confuse yourself. Yeah.
As Jules is moving around in the space, the monitor is showing different places that he is located. This is the uniqueness of this device because there's a camera on the bottom of the goggles that allow everyone to know, allow the camera to know where you are in relationship to these dots on the floor. So as a result, you have increased ability to interact with the environment. Okay, just one quick question for you. How would you differentiate today's virtual reality with the old Second Life that was all online? This is a common question, I'm sure, for you, but I'm interested in your perspective on that.
Yeah, right now the new next generation prototype, now the next generation virtual reality is coming to the market. And I think it's very different from the last wave from the 90s because we think now we have high resolution, and right now with more sensing,
more sensitivity, more high-level graphics.
Yeah, and also we can have more powerful machines for the processing of the image.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Better
right now,
processing
I
speed.
think it's enough for the next generation media going to the market and just change the whole world.
Excellent. So we can imagine opportunities within virtual reality to do almost anything. You could train, doctors, or you could train scientists.
Anything, anywhere you want to see, you want to hear, you want to feel, you can use virtual reality. Yeah.
That's great. Perfect. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
My name is a Jedi. And so are you.
So this is the new Sphero? Is this the new Sphero?
I think the newest
device?
version they have is the BBA.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't Ollie. So Ollie is just sort of a rough and tumble racing robot. So he's been out actually for a year.
Okay.
This is same
Do
model.
we have programming?
Yes, actually. So
capabilities in your
everything
coding?
that you see over here, the Lightning Lab, will be. There's different activities for Ollie's. You can see some of the ones being utilized with Spark, which is our educational product.
Yeah.
But then Ollie's got stuff.
Sphero exhibit here at CES 2016 with Bill Cullen, who's going to tell us a little bit about applications of Sphero for K-12, and we're going to extend that and think a little bit about how we could do this within cyber charters and virtual academies. Bill.
Hi there. So Sphero is our round robot. It's our core product. This is our Spark edition. It's a clear version of Sphero. So we're using Sphero in classrooms to teach kids programming and doing craft projects. So we're doing a lot of applied learning, right? So we're not just learning sort of programming for programming's sake. It's programming so I can program the robot and I can see it in real time.
Right. Do something real. So in this case, if they wanted to do coding, all the materials are available online. There's no paywall for teachers or anything like that.
Yeah, everything is globally accessible. Everything is translated to 8 languages and everything is free. Both our mobile apps and the website. So you can go to Spark Lightning Lab in any of the app stores and spark.sphero.com for all the resources on the website.
Excellent. So if you happen to be a virtual academy or cyber charter teacher who's interested in working in coding with your class, this might be an excellent opportunity. You'd have to have everybody get a Sphero at home to program, but you can get some really good traction with real, visible, immediate feedback and results with the Sphero. Thank you so much, Bill. We appreciate your time. Robotics at CES has been mostly about drones here at the South Convention Hall. We're hoping to see a little bit more of other kinds of robotics over at the Venetian. But one thinks, what can we use drones for within an e-learning setting? Obviously, there are some really good answers, and one really good answer is when you're making introductions of yourself and others, a great idea is to do a flyover of your house or your school or your place of work where you can share a little bit about who you are, what you do, and what kind of a context you're really in. It gives you a much deeper, richer sense of the people that are in your classes. It gives you a deeper, richer sense of the people that you are in classes with. So, one use for drones, introductions in online classes.
Thank you for joining us today and tuning in for a wild ride through virtual realities and drones. Tomorrow we'll be looking at new ways to interact with games, 3D viewing without the glasses, glass displays and simulations. We look forward to you joining us then.